I want to talk about something that recently was a mental shift, a mental breakthrough for me. It really helped clear up a lot of stress and anxiety that I was feeling at a certain point in time. And I was able to change my physiological state from a state of anxiety and fear and worry and the physical symptoms of stress. And I was able to shift that in a moment into feeling bliss, feeling gratitude, feeling comfort, feeling the opposite of worry, feeling certain that I know what is coming. And because I know the good things that are coming, I want to savor every moment leading up to it. Think about when you were a kid and you know when your birthday is coming, you write it down on your calendar, and every single day leading up to that, it feels great because you're like, oh, I want to say, you almost don't want the moment to come because you know like the moment is so great for you that you want to savor every single point and moment leading up to that. It's the same thing with like when you're eating a really nice meal and your favorite thing on that plate, you want to savor that thing till last because you don't actually want it to come because that's what you savor the most. But you know that that's coming. You know that this beautiful thing that you want to eat is on your plate. You know it's gonna happen. You're gonna eat it. So you can enjoy every single thing that you eat on your plate other than that that's leading up to that moment where you eat the thing that you want to eat. And you could use this analogy for so many things in life, but the point is that you want to remove uncertainty. You really want to have certainty in your life. And so I think the title of this is don't let fear in. No, don't let uncertainty in. You have to truly believe that. So I kind of wanted to make a distinction between belief and knowing because I think there's a powerful distinction there. You could have a belief, but a belief is not as strong as faith because belief is kind of like, it's like I believe something, but it's open to being changed and wired differently, and it's not fully cemented in stone. Whereas I think if you truly know something, if you have certainty about something, there's an energy and a vitality and a powerful nature to that. So anyway, I want to talk about truly believing. In other words, knowing. Recently, I was on a plane to Montenegro, and I was going on holiday, and it was the first time I've taken a plane in nearly 3 years because of the COVID lockdown situation. Couldn't fly for a while, so I hadn't been on a plane in a while, and I didn't even think this would happen, but because I think by this point I thought I had removed like the majority of the anxiety that I've struggled with in the last few years. But I was on the plane, and before the plane was about to take off, as it was taking off, and probably for a good hour into the flight, or an hour and a half, I don't even know, it could have been 2 hours into the flight, I felt anxious. I felt a strong fear of height, like the fear, like I have a fear of height. Never used to, I do now. My legs feel kind of shaky. I feel kind of, I don't really know how to describe it. Like you feel very light and it's very tense. If you have a fear of height, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I could feel this fear of height and the anxiety that comes with it. My mind was, this is another symptom of anxiety. It's like irrationally thinking about what could go wrong. And then thinking of like, oh, like your mind just tries to, it's like human nature to try and think about how could I stop things going wrong. Like, for example, I'm in this plane. This plane is made of some type of sheet metal. It's pretty thin. Like I could probably punch my hand through the glass. I don't know, but like it's not exactly a thick material on a plane. Like it's not that thick. It's not as thick as a building. And this piece of metal is carrying all these people, and it's in this weird shape, and we're defying gravity by going up in the air with these engine motors that we rely on. And it's like all these little cogs that are working simultaneously, and like why should they just work perfectly and we able to fly in the air like thousands of miles on this really quite what seems like quite a flimsy piece of metal and just basic, I don't know, human engineering. I think that's kind of like you're putting a lot of faith into that plane taking you where you wanted to go, like safely. And we don't, like, most people wouldn't even think twice about that. But for me, like, part of this annoying anxiety that I've developed is that my mind would be theorizing about what could possibly go wrong. And then And then it wouldn't be able to be comfortable until I could find some way that I could stop it. Well, obviously, I don't know how I can stop that from going wrong because I've put full faith into this thing taking me from A to B, and I can't really do much about that. So you want to believe that you will make it there safe and in a simple, calm way, right? A simple belief, but if you believe it strongly enough, you're almost... Okay, so this is what I wrote. I wrote down, as soon as I had the breakthrough in my mind that turned my physiological state from anxiety to bliss, gratitude, this is what I wrote. I wrote, believe you will make it there safe and simply. A simple belief, but if you believe it strongly enough, your emotions, right? Your emotions, as in your physical symptoms or your physiological symptoms, your emotions will align and adapt to that belief. You can then enjoy the process in complete comfort and serenity. You know the good that is to come. You can savor that. You can savor each moment leading up to that good that is coming, aka in my case, landing, the plane landing and me arriving in my destination. You know, full stop. You look forward to it, but because you know it's coming, you can savor every moment leading up to it. If you know something is going to happen, you don't have to then worry or theorize or guess about what may happen. You already know. That's powerful. If you know what your future is, you can align to that future and act accordingly. You can align your RAS, your reticular activating system, to the future scenario you want. As humans, we hate uncertainty. We crave certainty. Uncertainty means that we have to think, to theorize, to expend mental capital. But worst of all is that it triggers our physical stress receptors. It gives us a physiological state of being where we feel uncomfortable, where we can't be at ease. That's no way to live. And that's just the side of it. That's just one side of it. The other side of it is that, if you want to achieve anything in life, this is like the law of attraction kind of stuff. If you already know what's coming, you wouldn't have worries about how you're going to get there, because you would just get there. You would just do what it takes to get there. Because if you have certainty about something, if you know something's going to happen, if you know something is going to happen, then you would feel so good, so positive in every moment leading up to that. Because it's inevitable. It's inevitable, And I think that's so powerful, and I really encourage you to let that sink in. I wanted to share that with you, but I also wanted to share that with myself. So I hope that you guys can take something from that, and I'll leave it on that note. Peace.